You finally find a house that checks the right boxes. You schedule a showing, walk through the rooms, and start imagining what life could look like there. Then your agent tells you 6 or 7 other buyers are also preparing offers. So you go back to the listings and start the process all over again. If your Saskatoon home search is taking much longer than you expected, it's not a sign that you're doing something wrong. Many buyers are spending close to twice as much time searching as they did only a year ago. In this video, I'm going to explain what is slowing buyers down, how to protect yourself from buyer burnout, and 5 practical adjustments that can help you move from constantly refreshing Realtor.ca to owning the right home. I'm Joshua Boettcher, award-winning realtor and owner of Boettcher Real Estate Group. If you need an experienced, top-producing real estate team to help you purchase your next home or sell your current home, you can find all of my contact information in the description below. Let's get started. To understand why buying feels so difficult, we first need to look at what is happening in the Saskatoon market. There were 589 home sales in Saskatoon during the month of June. That was 22% higher than the 10-year average. More properties also came onto market compared to June of last year. That sounds like good news for buyers, but there's another side to the story. Homes were selling almost as quickly as they were being listed. Saskatoon began July with only 1.6 months of housing supply, and total inventory remained 43% below the 10-year average. In other words, new listings are coming onto the market, but they're not staying available long enough to create a large pool of choice. The real challenge is not simply finding any home. It is finding a home that matches your budget, location, condition, and lifestyle while competing against several other buyers looking for many of the same features. If your goal is to buy a clean, detached house in a desirable neighborhood within one of the most competitive price ranges, you're searching in one of the busiest segments of the Saskatoon market. That is why the process can begin to feel frustrating or even personal. In most cases, though, it's not about you. It's the result of limited supply and extremely strong demand. The first step is to separate your actual needs from the features you would simply like to have. Many buyers begin with one long wish list and treat every item as equally important. A better approach is to divide that list into 3 categories. The first category is your non-negotiables. These are the requirements that determine whether a home can truly work for you. They may include your maximum monthly payment, minimum bedroom count, accessibility requirements, or proximity to work, school, and family. The second category is your important preferences. You may want a garage, a finished basement, a larger yard, or a home with a certain school boundary. These features matter, but you may have some room to compromise. The final category includes items that can be improved after you take possession. Paint colors, flooring, appliances, light fixtures, and landscaping shouldn't usually determine whether you purchase on an otherwise suitable property. Your ideal home may not look exactly how you imagined it on the day you move in. What matters most is whether it offers the right neighborhood, floor plan, and long-term function. You can replace flooring or update a kitchen. Moving a house to another neighborhood or completely changing a poor layout is a lot harder. The second step is to build both a primary search and a secondary search. Your primary search should focus on your preferred neighborhoods, ideal property, and planned price range. Your secondary search should include nearby communities, houses that need manageable cosmetic updates, and properties that may not attract as much attention from other buyers. For example, you may have your heart set on one east side neighborhood. Instead of limiting your search to that singular area, consider the communities immediately around it. You may still have access to similar schools, parks, shopping, and commute times, but face far less competition for each listing. Expanding your search does not mean giving up your standards. It means creating more possible paths to the outcome you want. Today's third step is to complete your preparation before the right property is listed. In a low inventory market, waiting until you find a house to organize your financing and decision making can put you at a major disadvantage. Talk to your mortgage professional before you start attending showings. Confirm the purchase price you qualify for, but also understand what that price will mean for your monthly payment. Review your expected closing costs, available deposit, and any conditions your lender may require. Keep your deposit funds somewhere accessible so you can provide them with the required timeline. You should also decide who needs to be involved in the purchase. If a spouse, parent, or another family member needs to see the home before you make a decision, arrange that in advance. Make sure your agent can contact you when a suitable listing appears. When a strong property comes onto the market, buyers may have only a few hours to make decisions that once took several days. This does not mean making reckless or rushed choices. It means doing as much research and preparation as possible before the pressure begins. The buyers who seem calm during a competitive offer situation are often the ones who completed their planning several weeks earlier. Now, the fourth step is to compete with a clear strategy and a firm price limit. Getting an accepted offer is not a success if you later regret the price or discover that you accepted risks you did not fully understand. Before submitting an offer, review recent comparable sales with your agent and determine the highest price you are prepared to pay. That limit should reflect the property's market value, your financial position, and how difficult it would be to find another home offering the same combination of features. Price is important, but it's not the only factor a seller may consider. Possession date, deposit amount, financing timelines, and the overall certainty of the sale can also influence the seller's decision. In certain situations, an offer with better terms may be chosen over an offer with a slightly higher price. That does not mean you should automatically remove your financing or inspection conditions because you believe another buyer may do so. Before changing those protections, you need to understand the property and level of competition and the risks you would be or could be accepting. The objective is not to win at any cost. The objective is to purchase a home that works for your finances and still feels like a good decision after the emotion of offer night has passed. The fifth and final step is to learn from every home you miss. This is one of the best ways to prevent the home buying process from becoming discouraging. When an offer is unsuccessful, take some time to review what happened instead of simply moving on to the next listing. Did the property sell above the price you felt comfortable paying? Maybe another buyer's offer was more attractive when it came to possession date? Did you lose time because you were unable to attend the first available showing? Or did that particular property receive an unusual amount of attention? Each experience gives you useful information about the market and about your own priorities. You might discover that you are prepared to pay more for a certain location, but not for a recently renovated kitchen. You may realize that having a garage is more important than having a finished basement. Make small, informed changes to your strategy. Do not throw out your entire plan because of one difficult property or one frustrating weekend. Missing out does not always mean you made a mistake. In some cases, it might mean you avoided overextending your budget or purchasing a home that was not truly right for you. At this point, you might be wondering, would it be easier to stop searching and wait for the market to change? Waiting can be the correct decision when your income is uncertain, your down payment is not ready, or purchasing a home would leave you without emergency savings. However, if you're financially prepared and expect to own a property for several years, waiting only because the search feels difficult will not improve your situation. There is absolutely no guarantee that a larger selection of suitable homes will become available later. Saskatoon's benchmark price reached a record $448,400 in June, and continued buyer demand has supported further price growth. You cannot decide how many properties will be listed next month. What you can control is how prepared you are, which areas and property types to consider, and how you respond when the right opportunity does become available. Finding your ideal Saskatoon home may take more time than it did in previous years, but that does not mean home ownership is beyond your reach. Start by defining your true priorities. Expand your search in a thoughtful way. complete your financial preparation before the right listing appears, enter competitive situations with a firm price limit, then use each experience to make your next decision stronger. If you're planning to buy a home or relocate to Saskatoon, reach out and let me know your budget, ideal timing, and 3 most important priorities. My team and I can help you create a realistic search based on the homes that are available in Saskatoon right now. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe for more Saskatoon real estate content and home buying advice. Thank you for watching and have an excellent day.